Hello everybody, welcome to another video. It's been another busy few weeks on the road. We're looking at this guy on my left here. He's on the phone. We're also looking at the gap behind me that he can just easily pull in there. A decent enough gap for him to get into there. But no, these sort of people, even though they're on the phone, you see it in his hand there, they have to be in front. And there's the gap that he's got to get into now, leaving himself no braking distance and reducing mine quite a lot. He does pull over to do the phone business, but he's already answered his phone. He's already on it.
You drive like that. Cretin. Cretin. Oh, and he's on the phone. What a surprise. Had to pull over to take the phone call, but he's already on the phone.
Now I'm going to show you some examples of how to drive and how not to drive down a country lane, if you can call Reigate the countryside. Now if you can wait like I am here, then just wait. Why make that gap so tight to get into? You might as well just wait. You're gaining nothing. I get a flash and I get a wave, so I get two thank yous from an Audi there. Two thank yous. Now we're coming up to the next car. As you can see, he's going quite fast for this sort of road, and there's a line there and there's a line there. I'm over my line to the left hand side. He's not, and he's the one driving fast. That gap there is small, and that gap was small made by him because he wasn't going over the white line. So if you're going to drive too fast for the road and the road conditions, at least move over. Don't rely on someone else to do it for you. So next up we have this blind bend. So you just take your time, slow down and stick as close to the left as possible and go round the corner. Simple, yeah? Now I've just shown you how to take that bend. This is the same bend with on the rear camera now. Watch how this van takes it. This is how not to take it, by the way. Not unless you are a complete fucking idiot. This is how you take it if you're a complete fucking idiot. He's going too fast and he can't control his van. Now he's going to get right up my jacksie here, which is fine. That really is fine. I just go even slower when they get that close to me. Doesn't bother me. Now that van that we just gone past, I'm going to show you that again from the front camera. He is in the middle of the road, but that's quite good driving because there's where he is, two vehicles can't get side by side there. So he's showing us, he's letting us see him early by doing that. This idiot isn't though. He's on a blind bend and he's more over my side of the road than what he is his own. And then, there's two vehicles can get round there. I know it looks tight, but we can get round there together. But not if he's in the middle of the bloody road, we can't. So we still ain't finished yet. There's still some more examples of how to do it and how not to do it. Another blind bend, you stay further over to the left, as far over to the left as you possibly can, taking it nice and easy. Another blind bend, do exactly the same. Nice and slow round the bend. And now we got this van here, who is too far over to his right. He should be further over to his left there. It's tight. It's a tight road. I'm over my white line again, where he isn't. We're still not done. As we come round this other bend here, stay close again to the left. Can't see through them bushes. And we come to this one here. I mean, that is near on perfect as you can get. So we've had the good, the bad, the damn right dangerous. So all that's missing from here is an Audi. But I'm going to show you an Audi now, how they do it. Always an Audi. So as you can see, I've still got the van behind me. It cannot see the flooded road in front of me and actually gets even closer as the Audi goes zooming through it as well. Some people just cannot see further than the end of their bonnet when they drive. Shockingly bad driving. So in this clip, we're not down a country lane, but we are coming up to a blind bend, and the same rules apply. Unless you're a complete idiot driving a BMW.
That's why there's a line down the middle of the road, mate, yeah?
So when we go to the rear camera in a second, this guy is just so confused. He just seems to want to drive on the right hand side.
That's why there's a line down the middle of the road, mate, yeah?
So in this clip, we're just coming to the end of the Mad Mile. We're coming to this roundabout and I want to turn right. I'm in the right hand lane. But it's not about me. We're looking at that Fiat 500 over there. The poor blind woman driving it. Priority to the right, maybe. Now, I want to show you that again. There is no way that she cannot see me. From where she is there, I can see her, so she must be able to see me. We come round here. I'm going to pause it here. She's looking straight at me. Notice there's a small child in the car, and she drives like that. Fiat 500. Your next car's an Audi. So in this clip, we're looking at this guy over here. And we're also looking at the space behind me. Because it does want to turn left eventually down the road. But it's got all that huge gap behind me to get into. But it has to be in front. It's one of them. Got to be in front. Not only is it in the wrong lane here, it goes out even further into the third lane because it goes into 3 lanes here. It goes into the third lane when it wants to turn left. As you can see, it goes into 3 lanes. He's coming from the third lane across into 2 and then across into 1. So just to be in front, he'd prefer to squeeze into that little gap there rather than that huge gap there. Driving management. Some people have got no clue. Now in this clip we're looking at that bike that's just pulled out from there. I mean, that is a red light. But these things are as lawless as cyclists nowadays. Also another red light jumper here. This time a car. In front of this white one in front of me. There. I mean, that's as clear as day that it's red. With someone crossing the road as well. In this clip, another one with no driving management skills whatsoever. The guy in the left hand lane. The truck in the left hand lane. It wants the slip road. You see it's just turned into a slip road there. There's the name of the company. And if we go to the front camera now. That was the reason I was in the middle lane before anyone says anything. So I don't want that slip road. But he does. That to me is a little bit too late. Well, it's a lot late. Now in this clip we're on the good old M25. There's 6 lanes here. The first 3 lanes go off to the M4. The other 3 stay on the M25. It's quite simple. So this turns into a slip road for the M4, which goes, again it splits into 2 different directions. So if you want the M4, you're in the first 3 lanes. If you want the M25, you're in the lanes 4, 5 and 6. Unless that is, you are a very special person. Like this one here. He's in the correct lane at the moment. But he's too important to wait like everybody else is on this motorway at the moment. In fact, he's the only person that I see on this section of the motorway do this. Look at all the traffic to the right hand side and there is just one person that thinks they are above doing that. And here's the other thing. A car like that is never in the inside lane. That car is normally in the outside lane, zooming past everyone. But it knows that there's slip roads. So this guy's doing this on a regular basis. He's obviously going down the slip roads all the time, just to cut in maybe 30, 40 cars ahead. Because he's special. So in this clip, we're off to the races. Yes, we're off to the races. We're off to Windsor races. Unfortunately, I'm not going to the races. I'm just dropping someone off. I've been here a couple of times. It's pretty straightforward, but I've never actually dropped someone off here. It's a different procedure from you just parking up and then going in to watch the horse racing. But it's quite straightforward to get into the place. It really is. You just turn, if it's from this direction, you just turn right on this little road here. So there we are. We're all going to the races. All of us lot here are going to the races. So that there is pretty straightforward, even if you haven't been here before. So we go to the rear camera now, and we see this guy on our right hand side. Now, I'm not so sure he's a queue jumper or just a dumb fuck, because he too wants the races, but unlike everyone else, he doesn't seem to realise that there's a race course to the right hand side where you're supposed to be. So, from the lane he's in, he literally stops up there. You can't really see it very well. So, but everyone that wants to go straight on is waiting behind this clown. So he's just going to cut in up at the front here and keep everyone waiting in both lanes now. We're waiting for this idiot to get across. So I'll speed it up a little bit here, because we're not looking at him anymore, even though we will see him sneak across just there. We're going to be looking at the rear camera now when we actually get into the place. And a guy comes round from the other side there, the Mercedes, and the pilchard next to him, look at him pointing. That's the other side of the road. It's not one way. He's telling him to overtake me. He's on his phone. Look at him, pilchard head there. And you'll see now that he can't overtake me because there's people walking in the road going down to the venue, and there's also barriers and everything. So if you are dropping people off in these places, don't listen to your pilchard passenger who's on the phone who's fucking brain dead. Think about it yourself. It's your licence, it's your car. Don't listen to twats like that in the passenger seat. Mini roundabouts. It's the same as any other roundabout. Priority to traffic approaching from the right. Yeah. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to check out the merchandise and all the other links down below. See you on the next one. Bye for now.